There we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Great Eagle Sim Pilot. I'm a real world A320 captain, bringing my love for aviation and flight simulation to all you wonderful people out there. How's everyone doing out there? I see that my game might be a little too much here. Let's go ahead and turn that down to a more reasonable volume there. There we go. Excellent. Hopefully now I'm not blowing out your ears. How are you all doing out there? Each and every one of you. Tonight we're bringing it back to the US of the A. We're going to be flying some Delta, the red widget, from Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota, all the way down to Hot Atlanta, because absolutely no one in the world is calling it Hot Atlanta. So we're going to go ahead and call it Hot Atlanta. They absolutely love it when you do that. So next time you're at Atlanta, go ahead and just the next native you see, just call it Hot Atlanta. They're definitely gonna appreciate you for saying it like that. But anyways, we're gonna be here in the ini A350 900. We're all set to go here in Minneapolis. Look at this beautiful airplane right here. Got the jet bridge going. I looked at CST's video there. Figured out how to get my jet bridge to connect to the L2 door there. Although I'm still having a little bit of an issue here with when it connects to the L2 door, it still wants to open the L1 door. So I still don't know what I'm doing wrong. CST, if you're listening and you know what the fix is, let me know. I would definitely appreciate any help you got there. You have going on there for me. As I am brand spanking new to the world of GSX. What we'll do this evening is we'll probably just do a quick load, because with an A350 it'll probably take 45 minutes or so to load up the aircraft, so I don't want to spend 45 minutes loading up an airplane. So what we'll do is we'll probably just do a quick load, and then we'll let the GSX push us back here. It looks like the only other two people who were here have left already, so it is now just us here in Minneapolis. We have an auto ATC because there's no ATC clearance online right now, so that is quite all right with me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop onto the flight deck of this bad bird. We'll go ahead and go up top. We'll get IR 1, 2, and 3 aligned. We'll come on down the left hand side here. We'll get the crew supply on. We want to be on Captain Purser. Everything else here looks good. We'll go ahead and test all of our engine and APU fire suppression systems. It will definitely help if I turn on the audio. Here we go. Now you should be able to hear it. Excellent. There we go. So that all sounds good. Hydraulics look good. The fuel panel looks good right now. The electrical panel is all set. Air conditioning panel is set. And the ice panel is set. Cap pressurization is an auto. All of our lights are set. We'll go ahead and get our APU up and running. What we'll do is we'll arm the emergency lights. We'll get the no mobiles on, no smoking on, and we'll leave the seatbelt sign for later. I got Tactical Cone 900. How are you doing? He says hello, welcome Tactical Cone. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream, good sir. Glad to have you on board tonight as we head on down to Atlanta. We have surveillance, OAS, the ground hydraulics, that all looks good. We have Puppy Playtime. He also says hello. How are you doing, Puppy Playtime? Glad to have you on board as well. We have some new guys in the chat here this evening. Glad to have you on board this evening as we take this A350 down to Atlanta. Glad to have you here. Flight control looks good. Air conditioning panel looks good. Cargo smoke, that all looks good. Ventilation is set. Our cabin system and smoke at the engine panel here looks good. We'll go ahead and we'll go down to the clear shed here, left to right. We should have all of our lights extinguished. Let's see. What is the altimeter here? I don't have the iPad set up, so let's go ahead and set up our iPad here. I want to go to settings. I like horizontal. We'll bring you all the way down to there. Scroll down to the bottom. Delete, delete, delete. And let's go ahead and we will add settings, add favorite, sim brief. And back to the bottom, add favorite, Navigraph charts. There we go. And we will view that. Excellent. Oh, don't do that. Okay, there we go. Sweet. It imported it. That's awesome. So, I want the Navigraph charts though. I want to import that. Don't tell me you're not going to import. Max Racing says hello. Hi, how are you doing, Max Racing? Glad you are on board. Poppy Playtime says I sub. Thank you very much for the subscribe. I don't see in here in my Streamlabs of being someone who has recently subscribed. So if you're someone who has your subscriptions as public, then Streamlabs should hopefully give me an alert to let me know that you have subbed. It should look a little something like this. Hey, Camjack Flight Sim has just subscribed. Thank you, Camjack Flight Sim. Welcome to the channel. Glad you hit that subscribe button. If you don't know who Captain Jeff Flight Sim is, go ahead and go on over to his channel. He's doing a flight tonight as well. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, and turn on that notification bell for him. He'd greatly appreciate that. He is ever so close to hitting that 500 subscriber count to get monetized. So if you could go on over to his channel and get him monetized, I would greatly appreciate that. I'm sure he would as well. Maybe after this flight, you could do a Boeing 777. Hey, it's been a minute since I've flown the 777. I wouldn't mind flying the 777 there. It would have to be in 2020 because I do not have 2024 set up for the 777 at all, and I'd have to bust out my my other throttle so that I can have the Boeing throttle set up for a 777 there. Let's go ahead and unload this, and we're gonna import from some brief. There we go. Excellent. There's a route. And 30 left. That should be good. And what I really want to do is check the ATIS. Let's see. VATSIM. No one's online. So we have departure. They're using 30 left and right. We'll use 30 left. And the current altimeter is... what do we got? 29er74. So we'll do 29er74. There we go. We'll set that once, set that twice, and we'll set that thrice right here. 29er74. Excellent. Alrighty, so we want arc 10 nautical miles. In fact, what we'll do is, well, we're not quite aligned yet. I'll wait till that is aligned before I bring that into the zoom function there. So that's good. We have digits displayed in the window here. We're going to be in heading vertical speed. We're in heading vertical speed. That's good. Same thing on the first officer side. We want constraints, arc 10 nautical miles and the appropriate altimeter set on his side. All the other lights should be extinguished. Coming down to the main instrument panel, PFD on the left, MFD or the ND on the right. We have the left and right ECAM displays, the left and right FMS displays there. The gear is down with no red indication, and the skid is on. On the first officer side, we have the ND on the left, PFD on the right. We have his OIS. It is all booted up there. It does take quite some time. I do have it set to realistic on this, so it will take about 5 to 10 minutes for that OIS to fully boot and come online once you initialize the we have Poppy Playtime. There we go. There you go. As subscribed, Poppy Playtime. Thank you very much for the subscription. Very much appreciated. I don't know if that took a minute for it to come through, but really do appreciate that. Subscribe. Tactical Cone says, is this game on PC? It is. I am on PC. You can get this on Xbox. If you have an Xbox, you can get this on Xbox. I don't think you can get the A350 on Xbox, but Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on Xbox 100%. I know you can get it through the Microsoft Store. I think it's the Microsoft Store is what it is. I use Steam, so that's what I have my stuff through. We have Vivian. Hello, Vivian. I can never do these things starting up the airplane. Well, glad you are here. Hopefully, I can help you get some things started up here as we make our way on through. I'm just going to treat this as I treat my A320 every day when I fly the line. So we're going to come on down to the center pedestal here. This would be the Dreams panel, our RMP Dreams panel, left and right, both look set. The thrust levers are at idle, engine masters are off, engine mode is norm, our speed brake is disarm, our flaps are up, but we want to be on system 1 for our TCAS/radar here. The parking brake is set. That is all good. And of course, our gravity gear extension is stowed there. All right. I think we did all the things that we need to do there. Max Recent says, looks like we have some more engagement since you're flying an airplane. That's a hit right now. That's great. Yeah, I mean, Max Recent, you have been here the longest of anyone that's in the chat. And yeah, I mean, if one or two people tonight can learn one thing, I would be absolutely astounded, amazed. I would love that. Like, we're all about sharing information and just learning things and having fun. That's what flight sim is all about, is hopping into an airplane and having some fun. That's what it is. This isn't real life. As much as I like getting into my procedures and my flows and my briefings and this and that, like at the end of the day, this is just fun for me. Like, I don't have to worry about getting a violation at the end of my flight. I don't have to worry about a chief pilot calling me because of this or that. I don't have to worry about anything. It's a computer game, and that's what I love about it. Let's see. It says Max Racing. The brain has infected you too, huh? Oh, guys. Okay. Thank you, Max Racing, for welcoming our newest people to the chat. I really do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes here, right into the FMC. So I have updated the A350 to 1.0.1, which is the newest version, I think, that INI has. And with that came a little bit of growing pain, but we're here. The database is updated Feb 20 to March 19, so that's good. Let's go ahead and go into the initialization here. We'll go ahead and perform a company request. Gusty with overcast in Atlanta. Oh no, Max Racing, really? No. No. You know, this airplane, I don't think this airplane really performs that well in a gusty wind condition. So let's see. We'll go ahead and insert that. That looks good. MSP to Atlanta. There is no alternate. That all looks good. The cruise temperature here is going to be, ISA is plus 10. So that's going to be 46. So we're going to go down here to our keyboard and we're going to hit 40. I think I said 46. And we're going to hit enter. Oh, it said plus 46. No, it's minus 46. Come on, you know this. All right. So econ, there we go. Everything else looks good there. Departure, we said it will be on 30 left. So we'll choose 30 left. The SID is going to be the Zimbro 7. So with this, we leave the cursor up here, but we scroll down all the way to Zimbro, and then we can click it. The Zimbro 7, and our transition is going to be the ODI transition. I have no clue what that is. Okay, there we go. ODI. We'll go ahead and insert that, ODI. I'll clear the discontinuity there. Excellent. Let's see. What do we have here? We have JJ Wags. Hi. How you doing, JJ Wags? Really appreciate you joining the chat this evening. Thank you. Glad you're able to join a live stream this evening as we fly down to Atlanta. Pilot Prod says, I gotta go, man. Hey, no problem, man. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Thank you for joining in and saying hello and just watching even just a little bit there. Make sure you leave a like, a thumbs up before you leave. And hey, if you could, go ahead and go over to Cam Jack Flight Sim. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. He is so close to getting 500 subscribers. Every like, every subscribe gives him just a little bit closer to getting monetized. So if you could show his channel just a little bit of love, would be greatly appreciated. I'm probably going to bring up his stream sometime later in this flight when we're cruising along. I'll probably bring him up. I'll probably join his Discord channel as well, so we can get a little promotion going on with him there. But I can watch it. Okay, so you say you gotta go, but you can watch on your TV. Can you those tips on how to start the plane in Microsoft Flight Sim? I could. There are definitely some other well-known streamers out there that already have they had the A350 well before I had the A350, so they had an opportunity to make all these videos. I did not get that luxury, so unfortunately, I will not be able to. I mean, I could make a video, but they're already out there. If you search on how to start an A350, it's already out there. I highly recommend the type rating series from A330 Driver. He is a real A330 pilot who is cross-trained on the A350. So he, even though he doesn't actually fly the A350, he does know some of the intricacies of the A350 there. I highly recommend you do some of that stuff. What you're going to see here is a very surface level overview of how to do things. I'm pretty much setting everything up as I would set everything up in the A320 series here. So we have Minneapolis 30 left. That's going to be a manual leg there, and then we'll get JDET, Zimbro, ODI, Sieber, Bribe, BDF. Let's see, we get a scroll, so we will scroll BDF, ENL plus Q19. We'll take that all the way to Hitman, Direct Noob, Direct I have, Direct Matthew, and let's see, for the arrival into Atlanta, we're going to be doing the chopper one. I think that's how that you would say that. And let's plan on 26 right. So we'll do 26 right. There we go. Chopper ILS. We'll do the okay. This is the approach via. Let's see. Let's go down here into our approach charts. I used this. We want approach 26 right. There we go. We'll do the ILS. I'll go ahead and pin that. And the Zelo. We'll just do that. That gets all the fixes there. And it's going to be the chopper one. So this one right here. And the transition is going to be the... I have no clue. Because where's my flight plan? There we go. Matthew. There we go. So we'll do Matthew. We'll go ahead and insert that right there. Max Racing says, and if you want to know the intricacies of the Phoenix A320, highly recommend you subscribe to this. Oh, Max Racing, appreciate you throwing out the name out there, promoting the channel. Really do appreciate that, Max Racing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Got the Train Like a Real Pilot series. I do have my CQ, my continuing qualification for my captain upgrade coming up here in about 3 months or so. So be on the lookout for the series where we're going to revisit some of this stuff. I am definitely going to revisit some of the things that I had in my initial Train Like a Real Pilot series, and see where Phoenix has improved on their airplane. So definitely stay tuned on that. We'll go ahead and insert that, and let's go ahead and scroll through, make sure everything looks good here. We have Matthew. Okay, Matthew is the transition on the chopper one, and then we have the ILS there, the full ILS. That looks good. All right, let's go ahead and get the wins in. The wins are received. We'll go ahead and insert those. Performance. Let's go ahead and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do an insta load load sheet. So we'll import from SimBrief. There we go. We'll set the 0 fuel weight and set our fuel. I think both of those are set. Our 0 fuel weight is 379. 379.2, so that's good. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Alrighty, so that's not what I wanted to do quite yet. So what I do want to do is come here, and let's go ahead and we'll sync from the FMS. We'll sync from here. Off standard. Yep, that looks good. 320. Okay, so what we do is we will delete this. Enter. Alrighty, so we don't take credit for headwinds. There we go. We'll compute all of that. Alrighty, and we'll send that to the FMS. We'll come down here. 137, 141, 146. We'll go ahead and confirm that. And the flex is 67, flaps 1. Backs on and ice is off. That looks good. We'll go to the descent page here. 290 is going to be our descent profile. We'll go ahead and insert that. I did not insert that. All right, let's try that one more time. 290, enter. I am not entering that. Why is that not entering? 2. Okay. Cool. Cool story, guys. All right. We'll leave that as is. I'm not gonna worry about that then. Clear, clear, clear. We'll clear all the messages. I wonder if that was holding something up. 2. Yep. Okay. There we go. 290. Alrighty. So we have 290 set in there. Let's see. We have our flight plan set, performance set, secondary flight plan. We'll go ahead and import our active right now, and that should be good. I'll set flight plan over here. I'll set performance over here. And let's see. It says, should we toga for runway contamination or run toga numbers just in case? Do you know how to butterland the A350? Vivian, I have absolutely no clue how to butterland the A350. It is all up in the air. It is what it is. We're all still learning how to fly this aircraft. However, what we'll do, Max Racing, you want the toga? We can do the toga. We don't even need to rerun the numbers. We have numbers that are valid for this. Toga only makes it even better. So what we'll do is we'll do a toga takeoff out of here. It's a beautiful, I have it set to morning time here. It's a beautiful morning time here in Minneapolis. So not really worried about that. Even though when I took the capture for the little thumbnail here, it was like blowing snow in Minneapolis. So I don't know what happened here in the last 24 hours, but it is what it is there. So we'll go ahead and ask our Ghost FO, Max Racing, are you ready for a briefing? Yep, already. Any threats? Well, no threats other than a toga takeoff. All right, yeah, that's the biggest threat out of here. The taxi out should be fairly straightforward. What we'll do is we'll push back, we'll start both engines up, and we will taxi to runway 30 left via either Alpha or Bravo to Alpha 1 there. It will be a flaps 1 toga takeoff. Standard reject considerations. Any questions about what we reject for? Nope. Alrighty, excellent. If we do lose an engine after V1, we'll continue straight ahead to about 5,000 feet. And we'll clean up the aircraft with ACRAM and make an emergency return. We 30 left is the longest runway into the run there, so we can plan on coming back to 30 left. Otherwise, we'll continue out on the SID. No ATC is online, so we can put our cruising altitude of 41,000. We're going all the way straight up to 41,000 feet. So we'll put 41,000 feet in there. Let me get the CTAP frequency in here. MSP, right? MSP. CTAF is going to be 126.7. So we'll go ahead and do 1267. We'll go ahead and switch that over. I'll put 1228 in there just in case. We have an auto ATC. Our auto ATC is going to be 2471. So we shall squawk. Squawk 2471. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Excellent. Put you back on VHF. Sweet deal. Alrighty. Any other questions? Anything else you need to add there? Nope. Alright, let's go ahead. Go up top. We'll turn all the fuel pumps on. Our APU is on. Last time I think I did this, I turned off the power to the aircraft. So this time I definitely have the APU on. We'll turn the external power off. Seatbelt sign can come on. Excellent. Beacon light can come on. And I think that's it. Let's go ahead and pull up a checklist. We could do a before start checklist. Gear pins and covers are still. Oh, I forgot the oxygen. It's right here. There we go. MXer says Stogo would mean stronger yaw moment in the event of an engine loss. I'm sure the A350 has some time of thrust asymmetry correction. I'm not an A350 pilot, Max Racing, but you look right here on the airplane. I would imagine that these veins right here have something to do with correcting in the event of an asymmetric thrust situation. I can almost guarantee you that's what these veins are for. I am not an A350 pilot, but I believe that's what those veins are there for. Alrighty, so we tested our oxygen. That's good. Our fuel quantity. Let's see. We're blocking 45.2, 45.2. So let's check. Takeoff data is set over here. Our barrel ref is set. Our doors. So we are now to the line. So what I can do, I can get rid of view, go GSX, and we can prepare for pushback and departure. There we go. Ice warning. Do you request de-icing treatment? No. Okay. Thank you very much. Vivian says, see ya. Have a test tomorrow. Says, see ya. Thank you very much, Vivian, for coming out and asking a few questions. Hopefully you learned one or two things. Really do appreciate you joining the stream tonight. Hopefully you do well on that test tomorrow. Sleep well, do well, and ace that test. Don't think too hard about it, all right? Alrighty, he says, we are ready for pushback. Let's go ahead and go to our flight ops menu, ground. This door is still open. We'll go ahead and close that door. The jet bridge has been removed, but that door is open. Excellent. So our doors are closed. We'll go ahead and toggle the arm. They're all armed. So our doors are closed. Park and brake is as required. There we go. So the next one is the after start checklist there. We'll go ahead and put the flight plan back up. And we are just waiting for them to come and hook up the tug here. Get us underway. I should have the beacon light on, right? Beacon is on. Yep, well, that's the seatbelt sign. Beacon. Yep, that's on. Alrighty. See your little wing walker outside there. Excellent. I don't know how to squawk mode C here. Let's go nose to the right, tail left. Alrighty, we'll release the parking brake. Max Recent says the Boeing 777 has the tack also at low speed. The pilot's yoke can deflect the rudder up to 8 degrees. Theoretically, the pilot's yoke can correct for a V1 cut initially with the yoke. Wow, that is absolutely amazing. That the 777. I mean, you got to think with the advancements in fly-by-wire. That engineers have thought about, like, the first input that we're going to think and feel is on the yoke before we actually correct with the rudder. So that's actually pretty awesome that the 777 does that. I'm pretty sure the 787 does as well. It will automatically start trimming in that rudder on a V1 cut, and I wouldn't be surprised if the A350 automatically starts trimming on a V1 cut when it loses an engine as well. So technology is making it a heck of a lot easier for us to do our jobs and do it a lot more efficiently and accurately. That's the key word right there, accurately, than we used to be able to do in the past. Gotta love this guy walking his tail off here as he's monitoring our wing there. It's like you don't think about it when you're in the airplane, but this guy is walking quite a long ways just to make sure we aren't hitting anyone else. So kudos to you, guy. Whenever they tell us to set our brake, we'll go ahead and get that engine started. I'll bring the volume up so we can listen to these engine sounds. Let's see, we're gonna start engine 1 first, so we're gonna be on this side, eh? There we go. There's a few airplanes here. Salt Lake, Indianapolis. Brakes are set. That's when I say brakes are set, clear to disconnect interphone. Hopefully you're saying area being clear, disconnecting interphone. Oh yeah, there's no one's online up here. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and start number 1. Actually should start it and turn it to the start position to actually start the engine. Alrighty, here we go. We're starting engine number 1. Max Racing says the Boeing 777 was one of Boeing's best. It absolutely is one of Boeing's best. It looks beautiful. It flies beautiful. One of the most advanced flight decks, flight control systems. I mean, as someone who's ridden in the back of one, going overseas, it's comfortable, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We're delighted to have you with us today. Please take a moment to stow your carry-on items in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. For your safety, larger items should be placed in the overhead bin, and smaller items must be securely stowed. If you need assistance, our cabin crew is here to help. We'll be pushing back from the gate shortly, so we kindly ask that you take your seat as soon as possible and clear the aisles.
I hope they're already seated and have cleared the aisles. Alright, showing 2 good engine starts here. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go flaps 1. Oh, that sounds so good. All right, so we'll finish the rest of our after start flow here. I really needs to make this either a scroll wheel or like do something with the click spots here. Alrighty. Initialize weights in CG. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not initialize the weights. Okay, so let's clear. Let's go to, what is this? Fuel and load. I forgot this is what we need to do. So let's see. We were planning on a zero fuel load of 379.2, 379.3. That's good enough. That looks good as well. Our passenger count is going to be 309 passengers. We'll go ahead and enter that. 309. Enter. Excellent. There we go. Everything should be initialized now. Route reserve. There's always 0. There we go. Because that's always taken into account in our fuel planning here. Did that actually do it? 0.0. Enter. 09, that looks good. That looks good. No alternate final. Okay, so I don't know. It's calculating something with a negative landing weight. I don't think that's correct, but it is what it is. Trip fuel, 23,000 pounds of fuel. We got 44,000. Yeah, we have more than enough. Okay, all the numbers are looking good. So our takeoff weight and our landing weight looks good. We no longer have a negative number. So that all looks good there. Let's go ahead and do after start checklist. Wait, zero fuel weight at 379. Yeah, no, that's right. After start checklist, let's bring up the checklist menu after start and ECAM status. Let's go ahead and check our statuses. Normal. Engine anti-ice. All right, that's good. Okay, it's already green. There we go. So the checklist is complete. We can go ahead and go here. Let's do a flight control check before we even move absolutely anywhere. So pull up. Pull down, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral, rudders, pull left, pull right, neutral. We'll go ahead and arm the auto brake there, and we'll test our takeoff config. Let's go ahead and run our we did the after start checklist, right? Yeah, checklist is complete. Excellent. So the before takeoff checklist, our flight controls are checked, the flight instruments are set, the briefing is reviewed. We did that on the gate. We got V1, VR, and V2. That is set. Squawk is set. We are down here. We got we're to the line essentially. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and bring up surveillance. We'll go ahead and reset to the default settings, confirm. That's going to turn everything on for us. And at this time I should be squawking mode C, which I am. Excellent. So we do. Hello, Minneapolis traffic. Delta 3318 is taxi to runway 30 left via Alpha, Minneapolis traffic. Alrighty, so we will go ahead and begin our taxi out to runway 30 left here. Another fact about the 777, if you enter the wrong CG in the CDU, it can tell you're lying based off a sensor switch in the nose wheel. Wow, in the nose wheel. That is insane. I know in the Airbus, it's all based off the flight augmentation computers, and that only can tell really once you start flying and you're starting to load up your flight control surfaces. It actually knows what you're doing, so that it can actually sense how much loading you're doing on the flight control surfaces, and it says based on how much you're loading the airplane, this is how much it thinks the airplane weighs. And there's a way to bring that up on the computer system. Alrighty, did I do the takeoff config check? They still haven't fixed that, huh? I gotta hit it like 9,000 times. There we go. So checklist, before takeoff checklist. Alrighty. But what they did fix was the packs. So they did fix the packs. So we have our takeoff runway 30 left. That is checked. Cabin crew is advised. The packs are as required. Our takeoff checklist is complete. I'll go ahead and put you back on the flight plan mode. We're pretty much right here at our departure runway. Literally the shortest taxi in the world. All right, all right, all right. We are ready for a departure. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring up this chart here. I'll bring up, is this the departure chart? Yeah, this is the departure chart. So I'll bring this chart up. Excellent. We'll let the CTAF frequency, no, wait, I'm still on CTAF, right? Yep. 126.7. That's good. Minneapolis traffic, Delta 3318 heavy is departing 30 left on the Zimbro 7 departure. Minneapolis traffic. Alrighty, so we made our call. Final is clear. The runway appears to be clear. We'll go ahead and get all our lights on here. Excellent. Why did they get rid of the flight director push button, and what is VV? So, two good questions, Max Racing. I have no clue what VV is, and also the flight director push button isn't gone. It is one singular button that's shared in the middle. So it's right here in the middle. So our flight director is on. So we have, as you can see, we have V1, V2, climate navigator blue, flight directors 1 and 2. So it's just one shared flight director now instead of two independent flight directors. Probably better that they set it up that way because you both need to be operating on one flight director anyway. My assumption is that they have a built-in redundancy that says if one flight director goes, it will literally fall back to the other flight director. One is primary and one is secondary. I have no clue what it is, but it is what it is. All right. So we're all lined up here on the runway. I will bring up the sounds and I will see you all in the air. Here we go. Have done on the side stick. There we go. Thrust set. Checked.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Climb set. We're heading to is behind us somewhere, eh? Alrighty. But we'll make a left-hand turn. Let's go direct to ODI. So we'll just click on ODI, hit from present position 2, enter, and we'll follow whichever direction the flight directors tell us to. Get the autopilot on there. There we go. Let's go flaps up after takeoff checklist. Absolutely beautiful, flying right over golf course, right underneath that engine there. Love it. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up our checklist items here. I'm going to bring this back into ARC mode. There we go. I'll expand that all the way out as far as a humanly can. And let's bring up our checklist after takeoff. Landing goes up, flaps are 0, packs are on, barrel ref is, so that's below the line. So that's crossing through 18,000 feet. Can you unselect it once you select it? We can reset it. There we go. So that is all set. Ready to go. I'll bring the volume back down to a more reasonable level there. There we go. Excellent. We're through 10,000 feet. We can let the flight attendants know we have left sterile by turning the flash seatbelts on off and then back on again. There we go. Bye-bye. Minneapolis. What an absolute... This is live weather, right? Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see if I'm live weather. It should be live weather. Yeah, live weather. There we go. What an amazing evening here out in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area. The Twin Cities, if you will. There we go. Love the beautiful Delta livery against the backdrop of a white background, the snowy background of Minneapolis there. Cone says, I'm back now. I had to go. Glad you are back, Tactical Cone. We just deported out of Minneapolis, St. Paul on our way down to Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful view of Minneapolis there. I'm not from the area. I don't know which one's Minneapolis and which one's St. Paul, but you see the Twin Cities right there. With the rivers pretty much joining them both up. So there we go. Great place to be, especially if you've never been up to the Minneapolis St. Paul area. Let me tell you, I mean, it's been quite a while since I was there last, but the Mall of America is quite impressive in its size. Truly, like, they have roller coasters in there. They have, oh my gosh, a Legoland in there. I think. So, like, the Mall of America, if you've never been there, just, I mean, I know malls are like a dying breed, but if you get a chance to go up to Minneapolis, just go to Mall of America. You gotta visit it once in your lifetime. It's one of those things, like, you go to Buffalo, New York, you go see Niagara Falls. It's what you do. Yeah, we're climbing on up, but let's see. We're about to hit our transition standard. What I absolutely do love about the A350 is we can go ahead and hit check out the crew room. Oh, 100%. Oh, Max Racing. Max Racing. We're about to check out all of the rooms on the A350. Don't you worry about that, sir. We checking out all of the rooms. Alrighty, so we are transition. I don't like, why do they do this? Let's see. I want you off. There we go. So we can do transition standard, set once, set twice, and set thrice. It's so intuitive. It's, as an Airbus pilot, I mean, I keep saying this every single time I fly this airplane. It is so intuitive with the transition standard versus the A320 series of aircraft. I am so glad Airbus did this. Now, can you do this on the A320? Because, like, even seasoned A320 pilots struggle to figure out, am I pushing or am I pulling? Like, when it comes to literally just this specific button right here. Everything else, we understand, push or pull. This button right here is very confusing. With the way they have it set up in the A350, very intuitive. It goes along with the push yours, pull mine philosophy. I love it. Max Races has, it's the first door to the left. If you walk out the cockpit, first door on the left, and you walk. Yeah. Max Racing, we are going to see. You want to see, I think what you're hinting at is you want a full-on cabin tour. First of all, let's get some in-flight tunes going there. Excellent. There we go. And like I said, why not? Why not go ahead and do a walk through the cabin. We're through 18. I forgot to turn these lights off. So, yeah, you see what I'm talking about? If they made this like it does scroll, but it doesn't scroll the way you think it does. It's so weird. All right, so there we go. And like I said, you're better off looking at your lights from the captain or first officer seat versus looking at it from this position, because from this position it's very hard to tell if your lights are in the on, auto, or off position. It's just super weird how the angle is just not a good angle at all. So it is what it is there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I'll reset that view. We're climbing on up. We're going to go to 410. Let me go ahead, and we did the barrel ref. Let's complete that checklist. Excellent. And let's see. The other thing I want to do is we'll come down here and we'll check. Our optimal is 409. Our max is 420. So 410 should be absolutely perfect of a cruising altitude for us. Alrighty. So let's go ahead. GSX did a really good job this time. It did not, first of all, GSX didn't tow me into the building. So already winning there. And it pushed me back right onto the taxiway line, facing the direction I wanted to face, without having to do any weird things. I just tell it which direction I wanted to face, which is what you would do in real life, right? Like you would push back and say, hey, brakes release clear to push till south, whatever, or till north. That's what it would have been. So clear to push till north. That is real life. That you would do that, and then from there the ground crew just knows. And in some places you have certain spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, name a number. So you would say, hey, brakes release, clear to push spot 3. And they would know that they're going to push spot 3, and they have their hand communication that they tell the ground personnel. that they're going to push to spot 1, 2, or 3, whatever it is that they're going to push to. So that was very nice having a hands-off pushback. Like, I'm starting to come around to GSX. I'm starting to come around to GSX there. Tactical cone. So is this a realistic speed flight, or is it faster than IRL flights? So this is going to be whatever the A350 can fly. What I've noticed is the A350 absolutely loves flying around. So in a 321, so this is, I mean, I'm letting it manage its own speed right now. See if I can get a good, there we go. How was that for you guys? That's a crazy screenshot right there, isn't it? All right, so so it's climbing out at about 305 knots right now, which is faster than what a 320 can do. If I'm really trying to go somewhere, I will try to climb this thing out at when I say this thing, I mean the A320 series. If I'm really trying to go somewhere, when I say trying to go somewhere, I'm like, I better be coming from Vegas to somewhere on the East Coast on a red eye. That's the time where I'm trying to, like, there's no one out there, right? So you don't have to worry about your speed. You don't have to worry about getting in front of or behind someone. You are just going. So I'll climb it up at 345 knots all the way until we intercept Mach 80, and then I'll climb up at 80 all the way up to our cruising level, because if you're in a 321, you're not going up that high anyway. You're going up just high enough to clear the mountains essentially, and keep on going. So yeah, that's I would say this is a pretty realistic speed. Like, you're not going to be climbing out at, you know, I mean, you could climb out at, if you wanted to, 250 knots or Mach point, 6.5 or whatever it is. But this is a realistic speed. I would say this is a realistic speed, tactical cone. So yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and let us, first of all, let us go ahead and enjoy the beauty that is this simulator. Like, look at this, guys. You're sitting in a jump seat right now. You are legitimately sitting in the jump seat right now. I forgot to swap us over. 22.8. Boom. Got us over. 22.8. Oh, Max Racing. I called this out just for you a few streams ago. Yes, sir. Yes. Those are Senecom wipes on the first officer side. I know what you're talking about. There's also Coffee Cup on the first officer side as well. So there we go. We have our obligatory one, just one. Is that all we get, is just one? No. There'd be like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of these stacked all over the place. They'd be all over the place over here, just like hiding out in different places. Usually I try to take a handful of them each trip, just so I can have spares in case you get on an airplane and they don't have any Senecom wipes for you to use. But yeah, no, you get your obligatory Senecom wipe right here. Let's see, we have heaters. So who asked this? If there's one thing I could have from a Boeing that on an Airbus, and I said, but heaters, but heaters right here. This is what I want on my Airbus. We don't have these on our Airbus. I want this on my Airbus right now. Put this on. Like, that is the one thing I really wish we had. Again, does this do anything? I highly doubt it. It's a switch. It works. It's cool. It does things. It's not making my feet right now in real life warmer. I can tell you that. if it did, then I would tell you to buy iniBuilds right now. Buy the ini A350 right now because it will make your feet warm in real life. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. So we have the obligatory Senecom wipe, although it's not Senecom. I don't know what that is. Can you see what that? Can you see what that reads there? Max Racing, Callington. I don't know what that is. And then we have the iniBuilds coffee cup here. This is, I mean, it's basic. It is what it is. However, I'm like, I wonder if these coffee cups are bigger. I wonder if these coffee cups are bigger in the A350 than it is in the A320. That's literally the only thing I want to know is this bigger in this airplane than it is at my airplane? Because like, I'm gonna be a little jelly if like I can actually fit my full-sized Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or Pete's Coffee, because you know, for some reason there's only 3 coffee shops in all the airports across the United States of America, unless you go down to Florida, in which you get La Carreta. You gotta, if you go down to Florida, you gotta get your La Carreta. You gotta get your cafe con leche. See, con sugar. See, Micah. Hello, Micah, how you doing? Can we get engine and behind the wing views, please? That is coming up. I have those all preset, but we are definitely getting ready to do a little bit of a cabin walkthrough here. And just a disclaimer, this is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So for everything you all are about to see here, let me go ahead and reset my view. For everything you all are about to see here, this is going to be in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let me see. I think I'm getting ready to cross into Chicago Center airspace. Let me let Chicago Center do their little contact on me. And then we will go from there. I'm 2471. I'm pretty sure I should be squawking 2471. 2471. Sweet. So that's good. So here in another minute or two, Chicago Center may contact me. I don't know what's going on. Today's Wednesday. There's like a line of airplanes flying into Chicago. So he may not contact me if he's super busy with all those other airplanes flying into Chicago. I have no clue. But yeah, we will definitely get you some engine and behind the wing views there. In fact, they're pre-set up. They're right here. This is the view off the right side, the left side. Then I got one. So the way I have my views set up is I got they should pretty much mirror each other. I got one right at the engine pylon on each side, looking straight down the leading edge, and then we got one looking at the engine on each side too. You can see the engine just vibrating ever so slightly there. I think this is a more realistic vibration than the PMDG 777. The 777, I think they tried too much to make the engine do the wobble thing that it does. This looks a little bit more natural in terms of like it vibrating, but I mean, come on. Look at that. Look at that winglet. Look at that wing. It's a beautiful wing. That is a highly efficient wing. All right. I would hope that eventually they're going to contact us. However, let's go back up front. We have so much to see on this airplane. All right, we're cruising along here. Let's go ahead and get the fast seatbelt sign off. There we go. Everyone, you can get up and move out. Feel free to give up and move above the country. There we go. So, let's go ahead and go ahead on back. Again, very spacious flight deck. You got a little outlet there for your iPad for those airlines that make you carry an iPad because your OIS display is not good enough. I don't know. So there you go. You have a little charger there. Both that's I think that's kind of like a US/Euro charger right there. You really only need the 2 prongs, but then you get the USB as well, so you can charge your iPad. And if you look here, plenty of storage. You have room for a suitcase or 2 down here, room for another suitcase or 2 up here. You got room for your jackets. For some reason, I haven't figured this one out. Oh, it's because they have the headset on here. I was like, they only have hooks for 3 hats, but here's the 4th hook right here. What does that do? Oh, they have a light right there? Oh, get out of here. A courtesy light. Look at that. You see this little light right here turn on and off? Get out of here, I. All the little things. Oh my gosh, guys. So yeah, you have room for plenty of suitcases, hats, jackets, so that you don't have to, like in the 320 series, you gotta like stack everything up behind seats. And if you got 2 jump seaters, it can get kind of busy, kind of full up front very quickly. This, you're not running out of room up here. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we're not gonna head out the flight deck yet, though. No. We're not gonna do that because we're gonna make sure everything's all good down below. Oh, that's right. We gotta make sure everything's good down below. Max says the orange Dave and Clark's might be hearing protection. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, the fact that they actually have the big Dave and Clark's for you to put on your head before you do your walk around. First of all, it's the orange vest, and they got the matching Dave and Clark's as well. So I don't know if you. I mean, obviously, Max Racing noticed that, but we have the orange headset with the orange vest, obviously matching. You have to match. There we go. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's nice that they actually have the hearing protection all set up there for whoever it is that's going to be doing the walk around. So yeah, look at that. You have access to the E&E bay, the electronics and equipment bay, right here in the flight deck. You don't even have to leave the flight deck. Honestly, don't think Sinner is gonna talk to me. Let me see. It's Chicago Center. Yeah. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Alrighty, we'll see if he actually responds to our message. I texted one of the controllers to see if I should be talking to someone, because I am well within Chicago Center's airspace right now. I'm just buzzing along, just me. I mean, maybe no one is controlling the sector, but someone should be controlling the sector. So, seems like they might have something going on between Chicago and Milwaukee. In terms of like how they're staffed up for the facility for this evening, because we should have at least air traffic control for the next 2 sectors once we get down to Atlanta Center. So we should have Chicago and Indianapolis. Then Atlanta Center is offline. So that is what it is. Not too worried about that. He's not going to respond to me because reasons. All right, let's go down to the E&E bay. Let's check it out. Gotta go down the ladder. We're gonna send the 3rd FO down here. Because you got, depending on the airline, you're going to have, what, one captain and three FOs, or two captains, two FOs. It really depends on how your airline is set up. I don't know if you all heard how the sound changed ever so slightly. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the E&E Bay. I could literally tell you what none of these computers do. Like, they have names on them, like you have OSFC, and I mean, the quality is so good. Here, you can zoom in, inspection pass. I'm sure someone could scan that barcode, right? Like, it holds up so good. Like, I did such a good job with their decal work. It looks absolutely amazing here. Okay, he says you should be with 126875. Okay, so 126875. Alrighty, I'll do that. The why he didn't contact me, I have no clue. 126875. That's what we'll do. 126875. I love this. So easy to switch over.
Can you repeat that, please?
Southwest 1997.
There we go.
Foxtrot, India.
This
Yankee
does
Echo,
nothing.
Romeo at maintain 9,000.
Plus fire at flight level 190. Southwest 1997.
Alright.
1997, 9,000, 9,000 feet.
Correction, cross fire at 9,000. Southwest 1997.
We're gonna start talking over each other. I'm gonna wait until he has a little bit of a break, and then I'm gonna check in. I don't like to block. Yeah, just like you heard.
12,400 for 15,000.
Convoy 3707 Chicago Center. Resume normal speed. Climb and maintain level 370.
We're leveling 41, and we can do. Let's bump up our speed.
Center Kilo 557 if you gotta contact me from Great Lakes Approach, you want to call this
0.88 Mach. This is an absolute beast of an airplane that you can fly at 0.88.
I guess they're on. Yep, 128.4. I'll see you.
Alright, see ya.
Air Canada 960. Contact Cleveland Center 119.87. We'll see you.
9887, see ya, okay, 960.
Okay, now they want me 12775. 12775. So that's what we'll do. 1277.
Alright, Columbia said accept maintain level 370.
75. Haha, there we go.
Chicago.
Hello, Center Delta 3318 is flight level 410.
Delta 3318, Chicago Center, Roger, break southwest 2700, Minneapolis,
Sweet.
line,
So
frequency change approved, yeah.
he got her check on there. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be able to tell you what any of this did. This is, I mean, look at this. This is absolutely insane. Who models all of this? Right? Like, if I had to guess, this looks like they're batteries. To me, these look like batteries right here. I'm not a betting man, but if I had to guess, this is a set of batteries, and that's a set of batteries, and one must be the battery 1 and 2, one must be emergency 1 and 2. Maybe you got battery. The way I would do it, I would think they would do it, is you have battery 1, emergency 2, and then battery 2, emergency 1. That's how I would have it set up, so that you have them on different sides. You always have opposite sides, so if something happened on one side, you always have a battery that can power the other side. I don't know. All this piping right here, that all looks like ventilation, cooling and ventilation, right? So like this all goes to the ducts in the front, cooling off your screens. This is all cooling off your screens and your feet and your heat warmers. So that's this is like a cool area here. And then from here, we can simply just open this door. Can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, I can't do it. Apparently, you can't do it in flight. Close door before flight. Okay, can't do it in flight. All right, so that's gonna be that. But on the ground, I'm pretty sure with no cargo loaded, you can just walk through this door. I mean, you can walk through this door either way. There's nothing there. Okay, cool story. And you can see the cargo bin. So let's go back up. And let's go ahead and close that door. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Tactical Cone says, that's so cool. You can explore the plane that much in that game. Very, very cool. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, this airplane is just so insanely detailed in terms of where you can go and what you can do. I mean, it was really meant so that when you're flying along here at 41,000 feet crossing the North Atlantic and you literally have nothing to do, yeah, you can go and explore and wander and do things. It's actually really, 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 really cool. I'm gonna do something really quick here before we go into the cabin. I'm gonna bring this into plan mode, and I'm gonna bring you all the way down to zoom. It's loading. Excellent. I was like, oh, you better load. I have the Navigraph subscription. Come on, you can load. So that's the one thing with this airplane. Excellent. There's Atlanta. So it is loaded. It will be there forever until the next time I need it. Excellent. We'll go ahead and bring the range all the way back out there.
Good evening, Southwest 462, flight level 270, climbing 290.
Southwest 462, Chicago Center, Roger.
Chicago Center, hello, Piaggio, November 572, X-ray Yankee, climbing out of 11,400 for 13,000.
Tactical Cone says I gotta go to bed, but I will tune in next stream. Thank you very much, Tactical Cone. Thank you for coming out tonight. Really do appreciate it. Have a good night's sleep. I probably won't be back on until next week, probably for Turn and Burn Tuesday. So please do come out for another Turn and Burn. If you have any ideas on where you'd like to see me do a flight that's short with the turns even shorter, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. But thank you, Tactical Cone, for coming out and saying hello and tuning into the stream for even just a little bit. I really do appreciate it. So let's go ahead and head back into the cabin here. We'll go ahead and open our door. And as you can see, we have the beautiful, okay, maybe too tall. I'm not that tall in real life. Come on. All right. Let's see. We are now in the main galley here. You can see, very, very, very well detailed. I absolutely love how everything is labeled. So, which is how this would be in real life. Like a flight attendant could literally call me right now and say, hey, bin number 214 doesn't open up, or the latch is broken above bin, and you could literally write that up in the logbook and say bin 2 forward galley, bin 214 game 3, the latch is broken, and maintenance will know exactly where they need to come and fix that latch. Like, it is that is true to life. How things are done. I do love this, how Delta does their interiors though. Like, look at the little textures, the shadowing, the triangles. I love the triangle textures. It's the varying angles that really gets me there. And of course, because someone has to ask,
Seaboard 1458, clear to...
Someone has to ask.
Denver
Yes.
International Airport as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 36010, but that's after departure.
Yes.
Departure this frequency.
Yes, you can go into the bathroom.
36.
You can go into the bathroom. It's modeled. It is here. You can't bring down the baby table. Hold on. No way. Get out of here. Chat. Get out of here. Are you telling me? First of all, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Runway 31, Seaboard 1458.
Roger, expect that.
So this is what you'd be looking at in real life.
And Center Seaboard 1270, clearance to Denver.
But get out of here. I wanna see if this actually. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. Watch your ears. I'm gonna turn the volume up. I just wanna see if you can hear the toilet flush. Does it flush? I have no clue. Max Racing says DFW to Tulsa turns. Hey, that might be one of them. Is there a Tulsa scenery out there, Max Racing? Because with the addition of fleets I might have, DFW should be like one of those quote-unquote handcrafted airports, but I don't know if I have a Tulsa airport, so that will be dependent. Okay, sound's coming up. Let's see. Let's listen.
4.87, 572 X-ray Yankee.
Hey, ATC, shut up.
462.
Yo.
883, Chicago Center, Roger.
Yo, seriously? That's so ridiculous. Yes, you can flush the toilet in this simulator. And then the INI A350, you can go into the lavatory. You can flush the toilet. That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. I was not expecting that at all. Wow. Wow. Okay, let's get out of here. Let us, okay, we're done using the lavatory. We're done using the lavatory. Go ahead, close you. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate you. Alrighty, so it has a little changing table. Please don't smoke. Please do not smoke. And that, so like, everyone is like, all right, if no smoking is allowed on flights, why is it that when I go in, sorry, my sensitivity is super high. Why is it when I go in, can I close you? I just want to close it. There you go. Oh, it's not on the door. Okay, so they have the no smoking, so your smoke detector somewhere up there. But they will usually have a metal tray. Does this work? No. They will usually have like a metal ashtray somewhere, like probably here or here or here, for you to put. Why have a metal ashtray if you're, no smoking is, oh, there it is, right there, boom, right there, look at that, it's right on the door. So that's not really where it would be, but like it would be on the inside of this door, because if people are going to smoke, they're going to do it in private, and airlines know this, and aircraft manufacturers know this, and so when they make the airplanes, you say, oh, why do they have the place for you to put out a cigarette? Because if you're going to smoke, please put it out in one of those ashtrays. because I would much rather you put it out in one of these ashtrays than light my airplane on fire. You know how hard it is to put a fire out at 41,000 feet? So please, if you're going to smoke, we know you're going to the bathroom to smoke. It is not lost upon us. In fact, I can tell when you go to the bathroom to smoke, because guess what? It pops up. I get a message right here on my display.
Contact Kansas City Center 135. Correction 125.72. Good night.
Alrighty, that's oops. Alrighty, that's 12572 for Delta 3318. You have a great night. Wait, was that for Delta 3318?
Affirmative.
Okay, 12572 for Delta 3318. Have a great night.
You as well. Delta 1324, contact Chicago.
12572. Yeah,
76 cross tender, flight level 23.
Clear flight level 230, United 576.
125. That's one.
Southwest 2818, cross Lister, 14,000, Milwaukee altimeter, 2948.
2948, cross Lister at 147.
12572. Okay, that's more valid, I guess. Okay, there we go.
American 2488, it's Kilo Karen, expect IL 30 right approach.
We got Kilo and expect 30 right, American.
Oh, so Market has a Tulsa. Okay, I'll look that up. If I'm have enough time tomorrow, I'll definitely or if I have enough time in the next few days, I'll definitely look up some Market and try to get a Tulsa scenery.
Contact Chicago Center 127.77.
Over to 27.77, United 686.
United 6302, descend via the arch to arrival, landing west, St. Louis altimeter 2983.
Descend via the arch to arrival 2983, landing west, United 6302.
Hello, Center. Delta 3318, flight level 410.
Delta 3318, Kansas City Center, roger.
Alright, we're on with Kansas City Center at 410. Okay, let's continue our tour. Everything else gets pretty basic after this. I mean, we've seen the exciting part, although, to be fair, I think you wanted to see the crew rest area. So if you didn't know where crew rest area was, on next time you go on an international flight and you don't know where the crew rest area is, it's the thing that says crew. It's the thing that says crew only on it. I mean, I'm not an expert, but that giveaway that's probably where they sleep is if it says crew rest on it. Alright, it says crew luggage only. Okay, max 2. Okay, so it says max 2. Okay, max 2. Tell me if only 2 people can fit in here. Alright, no, this door does not open for some reason. Super secret. No one can get into it. Alrighty. So you come in and you got some stairs right here. You got some telephone handset must be correctly stowed. Yeah. So you got some stuff here, right? And you got some stairs, and the stairs will lead you to like a little seating area right here. You can sit right here. Alrighty, we'll proceed direct to Hitman for Delta 3318. So we shall go direct to, I love this. This is the one thing. Okay, so Airbus A350, touchscreen displays, whatever, the track mouse displays. This is what I love. I can just scroll down to Hitman, hit from presser position, direct to with the beams, insert, direct to Hitman. There we go. Boom. Love it. I absolutely love it. It's so easy and so intuitive. This is such a gentleman's airplane. I absolutely love it. Where is my prime rib and lobster. That's the only thing I'm missing. It's prime rib and lobster. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only thing that could set it off and make it even better. That's the fact that they make us have. They even considered the prime rib and lobster when they made the tray table, because they have the table that you use for eating and the tray table you use for working. Absolutely amazing. They literally thought of, nope, go back. They literally thought of everything when they made this. I absolutely love it. This is not in my cards to fly in my lifetime. I mean, I don't know, maybe, but no. That's the INI A350 is making me wish I was an A350 pilot. It is that good. It is that good. And when I say that good, I mean, I'm not an A350 pilot. I can't tell you that, like, oh, if you look here at the engine parameters, and you can see they're both at exactly 98.1%, and in real life they would never be at exactly 98.1%. One would be at 98.0%, and the no, I don't. It's functional. It flies. It's within parameters, right? So like, it's a really solid flying airplane. It gets a lot of things of the Airbus Spirit correct, and things I've never seen before, right? So like, you know, you can pre-select an altimeter here in your altimeter window. So like, just things that Airbus did to improve on their first generation of Airbuses. It did so many things, and they got so many things correctly. Anyway, okay, enough about me oohing and googling and eyeing over the A350, right? So let's go ahead and let's go back to the cabin here again. Let's go back to our cruise area. Let's go take a nappy, right? Okay, so back into our cabin. Up. Alright. So, I don't know. A little reading nook there. This logo makes me think that right in the slot, and maybe this is really what's here, in this slot should be a PBE, because that logo is right here. So that makes me think this slot is designed specifically for a PBE to be. I don't think anyone is stowing a suitcase up here. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I think is stowed up here? And again, I'm not an international wide-body pilot, yada yada yada. I don't do any of that. But blankets. This is what's up here. Blankets. That's what's all up here. Because you know, it's people don't want to share blankets with other people. So you come up here. So on a super long flight, you'll have 4 pilots. One pilot will do the walk around. One pilot will, the captain obviously will be looking over the technical log and making sure the technical log is in good order, making sure the aircraft's in good shape, looking over the overall route, briefing the cabin crew members on what they can expect over the route. The first officer will be inputting the flight plan, verifying everything is correct there, setting up the flight deck. The second officer will be doing the walk around, making sure everything's good there, and the third officer will be up here setting up the beds. This is the bed. So this phone, I'm pretty sure this phone, okay, so this phone, you can actually talk to the flight deck on this phone. So you call and be like, hey, Chris is over, or you can call the flight attendants, be like, hey, hold on, are they talking to us? Kansas City, Delta 3318, you talking to us?
Negative, that was Spirit Wings 1019, are you here?
Ah, Spirit Wings. Alright. Spiritual wings. There we go. So yeah, communications. You gotta have communications from here to the outside world, and then you have
Center, good evening, Southwest 30.
Oh my.
Passing 7,000 feet.
You have the bunks.
Southwest radar contact,
You have the bunks. 2 bunks to be exact. So you have a little seating area, private seating area for you to sit and like read or watch your iPad or do whatever. And then you have your bunks right here. There are 2 bunks. Pretty sizable. Pretty sizable. Good length overall. Lie flat, has air vents, usually will have a light of some sort, and then you can curtain yourself off. You know, and it really does depend on how you are in terms of knowing your body and knowing who you are. Like, some people aren't meant to lay down on an airplane. That's just not some people. You know, it is what it is. Me, I can sleep on an airplane anytime, anywhere. I really don't care. So yeah, this is the whole crew rest area right here. Now, if you notice, there's a rectangular wall right here. Again, I am not a wide body pilot. I do not fly wide bodies. This is not wide body advice.
3,500 American 2480.
Delta 1393 is Kilo Kern, expect the L30 right.
However, I think this is a pass-through to the flight deck. So without having to actually open the flight deck door, someone could have whatever, whatever in here, whatever it is, they can pass through information, a book or whatever, because I think if you go through here, yeah, if you go through here, there's a little panel right here. See a little panel right there? So I think that this is a little pass-through, so you can pass little notes, love notes, or whatever it is, back and forth to each other.
American 2480. Stand by.
So definitely, that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. Let's go back through. Let's magically work through. And then if you notice right here, we have, it says emergency hatch. Obviously, what do we think that is? It's an emergency hatch. Guess where it drops you out, drops you off at? Boom, the galley. So if you really needed to egress, you can pop right on out of here, and then either boom, exit there, or come out here and exit right here. So that is what that is there for. Any of these work? Nope. Okay, none of those work. Love the delta texturing here. And what is this? Just a closet. There we go. Here we go. Here's our first class right here.
United 1 Heavy, descend to maintain 5,000.
Descend to 5,000, United 1 Heavy.
United 63028 is Kilo Kern, expect 30 right. ExactJet 2610, descend via Kilo 3 arrival, landing west, St. Louis, altimeter 2983.
So I don't know if this is how I think this is generic, right? Like this should be generic to the INI cabins. The texture should be different, but I think the layout should be the same. Although I'm not too sure, because look at how like they're doing the varied hair. Like you got the staggered herringbone right here. So I don't know. Did they do it differently based on what is actually in their cabins, I have no clue. If anyone has been on a Delta One A350, that's what they call it, right? Delta One suites. If you've been in a Delta One suite on the A350, let me know if this is what it looks like. I mean, this is pretty dope, and then you got a little bit of extra storage space here, and probably there that you get. But super awesome, super amazing little cabin there. That's the first class cabin.
Oceanic 1404 Memphis is closed. Change to advisor approved.
And we make our way back to the business class cabin.
American 2480 at 3 miles from exit, maintain 3,500.
Again, you have your ovens, your galley, your coffee makers, your lavatories, of which, again, nope, I didn't want that. I'm pretty sure you can open the door to each. Yep, you can. So you can open the door to each one, and you can flush each lavatory. Absolutely insane what you can do. That's absolutely crazy. Alrighty. How do we close it? This door.
2480 over relay, contact Lambert Tower 18.5.
Over relay.
Okay.
Tower, American 2480.
You may be stuck open. I don't know.
5292, contact Indy Center.
Alright, it's stuck open. I'm not doing that. Alright. Oh, there we go. And let's go through here. We have our economy comfort, economy plus, whatever you want to call it. Extra legroom, extra comfort, extra something. So it is what it is. So you got the screen up there. The vast majority of the time, this is just for the demo. Your screen is actually in your center console. So on like one side will be your screen, and the other side will be like your tray table. Sometimes they're split in two. So yeah. So you got that. This is more or less like your American domestic first class product. It is what it is. So, but when you're going over the Atlantic, every little bit of legroom helps. So, even this is a great way to fly when you're going over the Atlantic. Wow. I was just looking out the window there. Look at the window. Let's look at the window here.
United 1 Heavy, descend maintain 4,000.
Descend to 4,000, United 1 Heavy.
Delta 1393, turn left.
There we go.
340.
And that's literally how I get my my wing views.
United 1 Heavy is 7 miles from Exhale, cross Exhale with 3,500. Cleared ILS 30 right approach, maintain 210 knots.
Exhale 3,500, cleared S3 to the right approach, and yeah, that's it for United 1 Heavy into 10, 4 speeds, United 1 Heavy.
Southwest 2193, thank you. Clear visual approach, number 1 left. Southwest 2193, wind 30.
Alright. So, I keep. This is so much like being in like a video game, like a first-person shooter. I keep trying to use the same
3173 descend via the Wu-Tang 3 arrival, landing north Kansas City altimeter.
I keep trying to use the WASD keys to try and move around. That's not gonna work.
Delta 1393, fighting 330, drone the localizer.
330, drone the localizer, 1393.
United 6303,
There we go.
270, drone localizer.
And here we are, the economy class, Y class, whatever you want to call it here. This is what it is. We got 333. It seems kind of like narrow, right? Like you would think for an XWB, like it'd be like 343. And that's just like, it goes to show you Even though the 787 and the A350 are, you know, extra wide body aircrafts, they're more wider than before. A 777, I'm pretty sure, still beats them in terms of window to window width. So it is there. And then you have like this European cup holder. I don't think that's a real thing. Here, maybe it is. I don't know. But you usually get like a little, some sort of tray table. You just don't get like that little cup holder, and that's about it. Or maybe that's a feature. Maybe the tray table does fold down, but like when you don't need it, you just have a cup holder, which is kind of nice. Pillows. Yeah, forget about the pillows. You're not getting pillows. But they did a really good job of breaking up the cabin here. Let's see. Lavatories. All right.
No, 6302, you went across the localizer, fly heading 330 to rejoin and maintain 5,000.
Wow, I just noticed these bins are slightly larger. Oops, sorry about that. These bins are slightly larger. It makes me wonder if, like, up here is the crew rest area. I have no clue. But it would make a lot of sense if those bins are bigger. They could be faux bins.
Down to 180 for Southwest 657.
Delta 1393 over relay contact.
Oh, of course. We are at the back of the airplane, so is there? Oh, yes. Oh, you can see the stairs right here. Okay. I have yet to. Okay, we'll keep hiding that, but like I have. You can clearly see the stairs here. Oh yes, they even modeled this. They even modeled this crew break area. Wow. They have an area for you to hang your jackets up in, an emergency flashlight. Is this a... I don't know what this latch is for.
Delta 3318 Memphis is closed. Change to advisor approved.
Change advisor approved for Delta 3318. Have a great night. Thank you for the ATC.
United 2133 Kansas City Center radar contact. Good evening.
Alrighty, so we have the chief purser. Oh wow, look at this. The chief purser must sleep in bunk number 6. So you have 6 bunks. Is this an exit? Interesting emergency egress. Okay. So you have 3 bunks here. So we're back here. We're this is the back of the bunk. This is the forward. Alrighty. I dig. Wow. So their bunks have little TVs here, so I can lay down, watch some TV, chill out for a little bit. They have. Is there an AC out, or is there power outlets out here? Doesn't look like it, even though they got the logo for it.
Flight 971 Kilo Karen, expect 30 right.
So you can, a lot of flight attendants can get some rest up here and cycle in and out of rest. My assumption is all of these areas are like little areas to store your bags, spare uniforms, because as you know, like some airlines, they will have certain uniforms for certain services. So there we go. There we go. And then here, I think this is where the purser would sleep. Would be all the way here. They get the best vantage point of everything. So that makes a lot of sense why these overhead bins are they look a little bit bigger than the rest of the overhead bins. So there you go. This is where the aft crew, the flight attendant crew rest area is. So you have the flight attendant crew rest, which can sleep a lot. You can actually probably take this airplane very far with a complement of crew rest. You have 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can have 8 resting crew members at one time. up here. That is absolutely insane. And what looks like 2 egress panels. I'm not too sure what these little panels are for. What's behind you? Nothing. They're storage areas. Okay. So they're storage areas. The only place to get in and out is right here. So there we go. And we're in the aft galley that has absolutely no bins or any service, because why would you need any service? So there we go. Wow, that is actually very, very, very detailed walkthrough of the cabin. Now I think they do have a flight attendant panel. Let's see. Does it work back here? SIDS menu. It's not going to work back here, is it? I wonder if I have to go up front for it to actually work.
Flying 330, join the localizer for Southwest 657.
Spare wings 1019, fly heading 270, reduce speed to 180.
Wings 1019, fly heading 270, speed 180, spring 10.
Raven flight 971, fly heading 220, descend maintain 6000.
220 down to 6000, right, flight 971.
Southwest 657.
Alright, is this it? No. One more? I think we're one more. One more. Alright, there we go. The first class cabin. Here we are. So, I wonder, so, is it only the first class? Is this the one that works?
Yes, sir. Speed 180 till advised.
Oh, okay. Lights? Night mode. I don't know what that means. Main on lemon zones. Even expect dim. Cabin dim. Low dim. Oh, no way. Okay. Water waste. You can see waste quantity. Oh, they have a left and a right. Then you have your water quantity overall. That's good. You can control the temperature. I wish they would do this in Fahrenheit. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. All right. So then that's the flight attendant panel. I don't know if that actually. It's hard to tell because it's daytime, so I don't know if it actually did anything. Don't know if you guys can tell if it did anything or not, but it is what it is. Go ahead and sit back in our jump seat again. We can go ahead and close our door here. There we go. Excellent.
Direct caution 290, Delta 6969.
Delta 6969, maintain 300 knots.
I'll give you 300 knots for Delta 6969.
Let me see. There's gonna be no more ATC on for the remainder of the flight.
Stand by, Southwest 2193, Bravo to the ramp.
Which is perfectly fine. We're getting ready to fly over Nashville here. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh, let's go ahead and
aircraft standby, guys. I'm going to talk to you when I get to you just in a moment. Bearings 1019, flighting 330, descend to maintain 5000. Join the localizer.
330, descend to maintain 5000. Join the localizer. 1019.
Southwest 657, maintain 180 knots.
I'll do 2.8. We'll go ahead and swap you over. That way I'm not listening to anything else here. I'll bring down the in-flight entertainment real quick. Yeah. We'll go ahead and bring that down real quick, and then let's see. let's see what's going on over here. And so we got Camjack Flight Sim up here. Hopefully you should be hearing him. I'll bring him up a little bit more. There we go.
This is Air Mexico 305 on about a 9-mile final runway 23 left.
Aeroméxico 305, efectúe ida al aire, pistas en uso 3. Corrección, las pistas en uso son las 05. Hay un tráfico aterrizando en pista 05 derecha.
Okay, see,
Excellent. Let's see.
No habla español.
No habla español. So he says. Let's see.
Se escucha 2 de 5. Por favor, verifique su micrófono.
All right. It's all Greek to me, or Spanish.
Dice que no habla español.
Mexico 305, go around. Runway 05 being used as there's an aircraft landing in runway 05.
Okay, we'll go around Air Mexico 305. All right. Can you...
305 readability is 2x5. Please check your mic.
Yeah, Air Mexico 305, can you give me vectors?
So we'll just
Mexico 315, ¿se entendió lo que dijo?
Has he reached? He is still, guys. If you haven't gone on over to Captain Jack Flight Sim, go on over, give him a like, give him a subscribe. He is so close to reaching the 500 subscribers that he needs to get monetized. Give him a little bit of love over there.
All right, I got to get figured out here how we're going to do. I'm vectoring myself off because I can't understand what they're saying. Yeah, I'm wondering why. And 05 doesn't make any sense. Okay, we'll press the toggle button. Yeah, I forgot about that CFI. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to keep heading this way for the moment. That doesn't make sense with the winds, though. 350, that's going to be landing with a tailwind.
So there he is. See, that is Captain Jack Flight Sim right now. He is looks like he's trying to land in Mexico City. That is one difficult airport to fly into. If you haven't flown into Mexico City, let me tell you, it's not easy, and he's doing it.
I'm starting to wonder if that guy was even for real, you know?
But Captain Jack Flight Sim, he's handling his business. He is performing a go-around right now there in Mexico City. So if you haven't gone over there, giving him a thumbs up, wow, I haven't given him a thumbs up. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that right now. Go ahead and give him a thumbs up, give him a like, give him a subscribe, and follow his channel. He has something real special going on over there. He has a really good Discord community going where just him and a few other flight simulators kind of get together and fly along and exchange stories on the Discord there. So great channel that he's got going on, and he is a ex-radio broadcaster. So if you look at his logo there, you'll notice that he has his Kilo Echo Oscar Victor Hotel. That'd be his this broadcasting call sign there. So Great, great little community he's got going on there. I'm gonna let him do his thing over there, but if you could go ahead, give him a like, give him a subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. We got Aviation Geek coming in with a subscribe. Thank you very much, Aviation Geek. Really do appreciate that.
Okay, we'll program ILS 054 right.
Aviation Geek says, howdy, I came over from Camjack Flight Sim. Oh my god, that is absolutely hilarious that you came over from Camjack Flight Sim, and I'm over here saying go over to Camjack Flight Sim's channel. Really do appreciate it. Thank you for coming over, and I try to support his channel as well. He has something real special going on over there as well. I was just saying, if you're watching his stream as well, he's going around in Mexico City, and Mexico City is not one of the easiest of airports to fly into here. So he's going around and he's doing it, and he is absolutely crushing it right now. So one of the more difficult airports to fly into because of all the terrain that is around, with the altitude that terrain is at, and how close it is to the airport. So he is doing such a fantastic job flying into Mexico City there, Camjack Flight Sim. Glad you're doing a good job. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link to your channel and my chat.
185.
There we go. Go ahead, head on over to Camjack Flight Sim. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, show him a little bit of love there in his channel there. He is getting so very close to reaching his 500 subscribers that he needs to get monetized. Please, 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 please give him a like, give him a subscribe, follow him, turn on that notification bell. That way he can reach that point where he can get monetized and start taking his channel to the absolute next level. So would really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and hop back onto our flight deck here. Looks like we're approaching our top of descent. That came up quick. Let's see. Ooh, we are 20 miles from our top of descent. Let's go ahead, bring up our pinned charts here. What is it? Arrivals here. The chipper one. Says the bottom side is going to be, I have no clue which direction they're going. The METAR in Atlanta.
All right, we should be able to arm.
They're still using 26 left and right, so there's not really a chipper at 13. That's what it is. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and pre-select 13. So we'll go ahead and I'll put 13 in and manage that. I'll go ahead and manage our speed as well. Aviation Geek says I made Captain Jack Flight Sim in February in Nashville. He's a great guy. Hey, I seen I think the video that is from his intro scene is from when he flew into Nashville and took some footage of some Southwest airplanes coming and going from Nashville. So that is really cool that you actually got to meet Camjack Flight Sim. Yeah, he's absolutely great guy, has a great community going on over there, and so really do appreciate all the support his community gives, and glad you could come over and show just my channel a little bit of love there. Hopefully once he's on the ground there and he's done, he's in like a critical phase, so his brain is kind of fried right now, so which I understand, but hopefully I'll be able to talk to him here soon in a little bit. We're getting ready to start our own descent here, going on down into 26 right into Atlanta. Yeah, there's still landing runway 26 right. So we'll call it 26 right. Let's see. I will go ahead and
base 30.
Let's
350 degrees, 10 knots, clear to land.
26 right.
Clear to land.
The restrictions chipper 13250,
Fly this in.
which is fine. We're right on profile. I'm okay with that.
Full flaps, yeah, I'm but
And
I can correct it.
300.
Okay, good. We're in here.
Flight slow. 200.
let's see. I should be okay. That's what I need to do. It's a little bit different since I'm not in a 320, but let's go ahead and Aviation Geek says I don't know why I put February. I mean December. I don't know why I put February. Hey, I mean, you know, they're literally a few months apart. I don't blame you. One thing I did learn with the A350 that's kind of a cool little shortcut here is if you click here, so we got to put in all of our information. Or the wind currently is 280 at 9 gusting 18, right? So we can do 280. We can hit enter. You see how the box moved to the next box? We can type in 9, enter. The outside air temperature is 6 degrees. Enter. The QNH is 2973. Enter. And our baro is going to be 26 right, I say.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Air Mexico 305. I think we're going to
1190.
jump off that.
So we'll go ahead and put 1190. Enter. There we go. And I'm gonna check the weather one more time. Let's see. Do I want to do a flaps? So it's a 9-knot gust. Do I want to do a flaps 3 or a flaps full? Coming into flight, coming into Atlanta. I have no clue what I want to do. I'll probably keep going back and forth. I'm not too sure which one I'm gonna do.
All right, let me get myself situated. Okay.
So, that's all completely set up there. So we have this page set up, ILS 26 right into Atlanta. We won't activate the approach phase yet. What we can do is we'll move into the plan phase, 10 nautical miles, and that's not what I want. We'll go ahead and zoom back out again and make sure that all the points on the chipper arrival look good here. So we will go on over to the chipper arrival. Atlanta, we want a chipper right here. It's pinned. There we go. So where are we coming in from? We're over Limkey now. So okay, so Limkey is the next fix. So what we'll do is we'll scroll. Chipper is at 13 and 250 knots. We're a little high. I'm gonna stop popping some speed brakes. We have March, and then hydro, rain, cloud, rain cloud. Ha, get it? And then swept, Hemi, Kiwi. I don't know why this connects up. It should not connect up. It's a manual leg, unless I'm missing something. Nope, that's not what I want. Yeah. Yeah, why are you connecting up? That makes no sense. I mean, I get that. So you have Kiwi, Zillow, but it shouldn't connect to Zillow. That's the thing. It is a manual. I don't know why it's not showing the heading after that, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out from there. And then from there, we will also the speed brakes now. Excellent. And let's keep scrolling on down. So we got Zelo at about 5,000. That looks good. We have Haynes at or above 5,000 as well. We have Bamboo at or above 4,000, and we have AJ at or below at or above 2,700 feet. From AJ to our runway, we're looking at 5 miles on a 3-degree glide slope. Yep, that looks about 5 miles on a 3-degree glide slope there. And for the miss approach, will be a climbing right-hand turn of 4,000. We'll proceed inbound on the RMG radial runway 132 to Dallas and hold. So, yep, that all checks out there. So our flight plan looks good. Our performance we've already set. So that all looks good there. If we really want to, we can check our... I actually don't know how to do it. Monitor, nav aids, no. I don't know how to do it on this airplane. So we'll say our backwards Z double D is done. We can go ahead and brief up our first officer, Ghost. Hello, Ghost, first officer. Are you ready for a briefing? Yep. Alrighty. Do you have any threats? No real big threats here. Seems like it's straightforward. Yep. We'll plan on a visual. We'll back it up with the ALS to runway 26 right. We use flaps. What are you thinking? Should we do full? We'll do flaps full. Flaps full, and we'll brake to vacate. Plan on make a left-hand turn off on Bravo. Yeah, Aviation Geek says I would do flaps full for landing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we'll plan a brake to vacate on Bravo 3. And then we'll cross here at Bravo 2. And then I'll probably hit straight in Echo 1, Foxtrot 2, right into the ramp there. If we need to go miss, soft go around. And we'll plan on doing the published miss unless otherwise directed by the tower. Any questions? I need to. There we go. Let's get those on. Excellent. Nope. No further questions. Let's see. The altimeters is 2973. So we'll set 2973. We'll set that once. Set that twice. And we will set that thrice. Dummy-Thick says, yo, what up? What's up, Dummy-Thick? How you doing? Glad you can make it up to another live stream. Yet again, we're on the A350. We're heading into Atlanta this time, doing some Delta Ops. Depends how heavy you are for your flap setting. Yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll zoom on in. So here's what we're going to do. If this thing ever loads up, first let's do our checklist, our approach checklist. The briefing is complete, minimums are set, and we reset the barrel raft. Checklist complete. Sweet. Alrighty. Plan? Alright, so we want 26 right. Did I set that? We set Bravo 3. Bravo 3. Set brake to vacate. And then we'll go ahead and do that. So we have brake to vacate armed. And we're leveling here at 13. Excellent. We haven't quite made it onto shipper yet. So there we go. Brake to vacate is completely set. We're ready to go. Try to get the in-flight tunes going for you again. There we go. let's see. I think Atlanta has a CTAF frequency as well. Let's go ahead and see what the CTAF frequency is in. Oh, I didn't even get that. The auto OTC provided a descent clearance for us. Okay, thank you, but no thank you. Okay, it's 19.1, so we'll go ahead and tune in 19.1. There we go. Atlanta traffic, Delta 3318 heavy is over March on the Chipper 1 arrival runway 26 rate at 13,000 Atlanta traffic. Alrighty, so that's good enough there. We shall go ahead and take back our speed. We'll go ahead and descend on down to 10,000 feet now. We can prepare the flight attendants for landing. Flight attendants prepare for landing. So we will go ahead and do that. They are preparing for landing. We'll go ahead and go on down to 10,000 feet. And let's see. Has he made it? Nope, he's still circling around there. Camjet Flight Sim is still circling around Mexico City. I don't know what ATC is doing to him, but you know, they should do a little bit better than that. Alright, there's a Baron. Okay, so it's a Baron. Alright, I'm not too worried about that then. Alright, we're for 11 for 10. We have plenty of altitude, plenty of speed. I am in a good situation right now. I cannot complain. Everything is looking on speed. So one thing that you don't have to do, everyone's like, oh, you got to do 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Are we below 10,000 feet yet? No. All right. So, no reason for us to be doing 250 knots. Now, when I want to descend below 10,000 feet, then I definitely have to reduce my speed down to 250 knots. Let's go ahead. We'll cycle our flight. This is so weird how they do their arrows. It's just not the most intuitive. All right. Let's see. Probably at Beam the airport, I'll start dropping the aircraft down to about 4,000 feet. Alrighty, I'll probably get rid of the in-flight entertainment there. Let me go ahead and get the replay recording going. There we go. We are now recording. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, I'll slow it up to 250 knots here. And I'll probably select 5,000 feet. Actually, I'll probably select 4,000 feet. I want to go down to 4,000 feet. And we'll do an open descent starting. You don't want the engine to spool up too much, so Well, it's showing idle, 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 and let's just go ahead and go down so that it stays in idle. And you see we got a nice smooth transition down below. There we go. Excellent. The outside air temperature +3. Let's go ahead and get that anti-ice going.
1097. Intake. Right. That was probably the error a minute ago then. Okay, let me look at my chart one more time. Okay, we're down here, so we're more or less going correctly. We want to be at MX 403. Let's make sure that that is in there. Yes. And so now I'm going to go ahead and go direct to MX 403. Let's make sure the airplane takes it. And go LNAV. We're going to go to flaps 5.
I love how you can see exactly where we are on the rifle. I mean, you can see it here, but you can also see it here. So a great representation of where we are and where we should be. So your plane is not descending, I mean, as quickly as I wanted to. I would like it to go down a little bit faster, so I can help it on down. So we can shortcut this 9,000 mile long final here.
Yeah, remember all of that fancy garb fails ILS frequency map mode on you, and you can fly ILS. You need to learn how to time, dude.
Aviation Geek says, hope you butter the landing. Thank you very much. This airplane has been very hit or miss for me, so I either psych myself out and get all squirrely, or it settles in just fine, and I have an okay landing, but there's no in between there. So what we'll do is I will select you. We'll go direct to, is that 2,700 feet? You think I can make that 2,700 feet? The ILS is coming on up. It's AJ, 2,700 feet here.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 027, lighting up and taking off 27 right, RNAV to Sea Park, Atlanta.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And then AJ is going to be, we'll do the ILS to runway. Yeah, bring up the chart. There it is. So AJ is at 2,700 feet. Let's go ahead and bring in 2,700 feet.
Okay, let's look for the runway. We're going to keep descending.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 3318 Heavy is turning a rate beast, runway 26 rate, Atlanta traffic. Alrighty, so we're below the cloud layer. We can go ahead and turn those off.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 3097, pushing off of Delta 21, Atlanta.
There we go. Got a few people here in Atlanta tonight. That should make things, it's definitely making things a little bit more spicy than usual. Nice. It's always nice having a little bit of traffic on your flight. 2,500, the radar altimeter is alive. We're also 37 for 27. And go ahead and begin slowing up the aircraft at this time. Let's go ahead and slow up to 210 knots. There we go. We are VFE next -10. Let's go ahead and check this flap extension out here. We didn't get any flap extension. We're just getting the leading edge. Alright, so we are inbound on AJ. We'll activate the approach. We'll activate the second autopilot there. Excellent.
Okay, we're going to pull this
Atlanta traffic, Delta 3318 heavy, 12 mile final, runway 26 right, Atlanta traffic. Alrighty, so we're slowly making our way back toward AJ. 12 mile final should be good there. I'll hold off the speed as it is right now. I haven't activated the approach phase. The speed limit exceeded. Yeah, come on. Let's activate the approach phase. We'll go ahead and confirm that. I love that now because now I can look at my speed tape and I can see I don't have a purple dot. I didn't activate the approach phase. So that's why I went ahead and activated the approach phase. I have a purple dot now. So now I know if I manage up my speed, it's going to go straight down to that purple dot. Whereas before, if you didn't activate the approach phase, you wouldn't have known. There's no other visual cues. It will accelerate all the way up to 250 knots. So that's not what you want, obviously. So loc is capture. It's going to go ahead and capture the localizer. Don't get crazy with it. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring up our checklist, landing checklist. Cabin crew notified, thrusters and speed. Auto brake is as required. We have a brake to vacate. Set speed. Running condition is set. So we're waiting on gear, and spoilers and flaps. So we'll go ahead and arm our spoilers. That takes one. So we're waiting on gear and flaps. That's literally all we're waiting on. Alright, we're one dot low. I'm going to go ahead and manage up our speed here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and drop the gear. Oh, the flaps. Oh, there we go. Flaps 1 is coming in. Excellent. Flaps 2, speed verified. VFE next minus 10, flaps 3, speed verified. You can see downtown Atlanta in the distance there. Excellent. All right. And lastly, we're VFE next minus 10, flaps full, speed verified. Oh, you see how the outboard most spoiler pops up when you go flaps full? That has to be something that outboard wing, the tip of that wing produces so much lift that it has to create drag. It absolutely has to create drag. It needs that drag. Alrighty. So, before landing, checklist is complete. Checklist is complete. Thank you. We're 1,000 feet, stable. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and turn on up the flight sim volume here. There we go. Got someone looking like they're ready to hold takeoff of 26 left. We will be landing 26 right. Autopilot's off. I'll talk to you on the ground.
Flash traffic Delta 3097's taking out of ramp number 5 to 27 right via Mike, Atlanta.
500.
We are stable target, sync 7.
400. 300. 100 above. 200. Minimum. 100.
Glide slow.
50. 40.
Glide slow.
30. 20. 10.
80. Manual braking. Auto brakes off. I don't know where air landed. but we will see on the replay where it landed. Pretty sure that was just outside the touchdown zone. Break the vacate did most of the work there. So we will clear here at... Oop, nope, that is not what I wanted. We'll clear here. We'll let of traffic. Delta 3318 heavy is clear of 26 right on what is this? Bravo, whole trip Bravo 2, short of 26 left for Delta 3318 Atlanta traffic. Alright, so we will hold short right here. I think there's someone taking off. Let's go flaps up. Let's go surveillance, standby, confirm. Sweet. Come on now. Alright, there we go. 1 and 2. I think he's taken off already. Let's go ahead and check outside real quick. Oh, thank you, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I don't think anyone's there, so we should be good. Out of traffic, Delta 3318 heavy crossing, runway 26 left at Bravo 2. We'll be taxiing to the ramp via Echo 1 and Foxtrot 2 for Atlanta traffic. Sweet. I don't think anyone is there. Nope. That's the guy. He took off already. I saw him taking off. Alright, sweet. Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Atlanta Hartsfield. We have done it. I don't even know if that was a good landing, a bad landing. I mean, was it inside the... Was it inside the touchdown zone? Was it outside the touchdown zone? I have no clue. I don't know. I actually don't know when I landed. So we'll just... we shall go. Aviation Geek says, awesome stream. Thank you very much, Aviation Geek. We'll turn right into here, and we will shut it down and call it an evening, because someone has to go to work in the morning time to make the donuts for the company. So always needed here. Let's see. Oop. I'll stop hauling. Thought I disarmed the spoilers there. That's okay. All of these seem like very small gates. I mean, none of them seem that big at all. So we'll pick one and park, I guess. This all seems like RJ gates. Let's go to one over here. How about that? We'll go to the one closest to the tower here. How about that? So if we mess it up, we strike the tower. There we go. I think it was outside the touchdown zone, but it could have been in it. Yeah, I have no clue. We'll let the replay decide. What will the replay decide? Was that tire mark from me? Also, what is this thing doing? Why is there a gate in the middle of my parking spot? Okay. Ignore the gate in the middle of a parking spot. We're gonna go. We're gonna do things. Alright, so we'll leave the engines running. We won't do any of that, all that fun stuff there. And we will end the replay here. We'll disconnect from the B-Pilot client. And we'll go ahead and see, did we make it in? Did we not make it in? I'm going to say outside the touchdown zone. Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? Let's go ahead and start the replay. There we go. Alrighty, so replay is started. Spoilers are armed. We'll go ahead and clear you, because there's going to be a lot of you to clear. Alrighty, so where we at?
2,500.
Alright, we'll go ahead and let the airplane catch up there. Lengy says hi. How are you doing, Lengy? Welcome. Glad you have made it out. I know you said you had to go last night and you're going to try to make it out tonight. Glad you did. Thank you. Very much appreciated. If you could, right now watching, I get kind of two monitors going right now. So, got myself. We got Camjet Flight Sim. He just landed here in Mexico City. Not an easy airport to get into, so if you could head on over to his channel, give him a like, give him a subscribe. Greatly appreciated. He's got a great community that he is building over there, so would greatly love that. But yeah, you made it just in time for this for the replays here, Lingy. We'll see. I'm not too sure if we made it in the touchdown zone, out of the touchdown zone. I have no clue. So last stripes right there. Oh yeah, we were definitely outside. So we were definitely outside that touchdown zone. So I can tell you right now, we're right outside that touchdown zone. But that's okay. I think I over flared it. I should have just held it slightly flat. I kind of, so you see how I got into the wobbles there. I kind of leveled it out, and then I over flared it is what happened. I was trying to get that butter. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was outside the touchdown zone. Let's go ahead and see that once again from the outside. The outside view will not lie. The outside view will not lie. Where was I? Let's find out. You can see I'm doing like and that's where I have the issues with. It's like I get myself into this rocking back and forth. You saw the last little wobble there, and then I just kind of let it settle. Then I over flared it right just there. If I didn't do that last little pull up, that would have been in. That last little pull up, you saw that right there, right? That last little pull up, right. So you see, there's that last little pull-up right there. I should have just let the aircraft settle like it would have, and that would have been absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I just had to try to go for that butter. Just absolutely had to try to go. for that butter. That is quite alright. We'll switch it. We'll go back inside, switch it back up to the... There we go. We'll take it back. Oop. All right. So you see I'm coming in a little crabbed. Little crab, little crab, little crab. And then I'm rocking. I'm rocking. Look at that. I'm tracking the center line. Wow. Well, it was soft, but it was just outside of the touchdown zone. You know what? I will still take it, you know. Still learning the airplane. I shouldn't have pulled up as much. I wanted to arrest that descent because what happened was I saw it was a little high, so I took the power out a little early, and then I tried to flare to arrest that descent rate, and I shouldn't have done that. So let's go back inside. There we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of these right here. Excellent. There we go. Ling is a great stream. See you on the next stream. Thank you very much for subscribing, Aviation Group. Really do appreciate it, Lingy. Thank you very much for coming out. It says, I think he's going to give you I give you mix. Give you, I meant mod. Okay, yeah. The Tactical Code, Max Racing, of course, as always. Thank you for coming out, Micah. Really do appreciate that. Coming out, Aviation Geek. Thank you for subscribing, coming out to the channel, showing a little bit of love. Dummy Thick, really do appreciate it. Langy, thank you for each and every one of you that was able to come out and show a little bit of love to the channel this evening. For those of you that participated in chat, thank you. For those of you who sat back and watched and just enjoy the content, make sure you just hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe. I really do appreciate that. I'll probably be back for the next Turn and Burn Tuesday, as I'll be working over the weekend, but that's quite all right. If you could, if you like the content, leave a comment, like, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Very much pushes my content out onto YouTube. Until I see you on the next Turn and Burn Tuesday, my name is Grey Eagle. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. But until then, peace.